Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, just like Kanye West on Indeed, we are back for another episode of Next Play Sports. You got your boy Sid, you got your boy Nolan, you got your boy Timo. Sit back, relax, grab a drink and a snack, because here we go.
Here we go.
I will say, I usually have a remark or a comment after one of those. I don't. What I do have
That one was facts.
is it is Adidas is now selling Yeezy slides that are not branded as Yeezy slides.
Then nobody wants them.
No, they're not called like they're not.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody gonna want that.
Nobody's gonna want Adidas slides.
Adidas might as well.
That look like Yeezy slides.
Adidas might as well sell. Like, who's buying Adidas now if Kanye ain't?
Dude, freaking Gap
Yeah.
dropped all of Kanye's clothes. Gap.
Yeah.
And Baby Gap.
This is like the worst blacklisting I've seen for a celebrity.
Jewish
in
people
a
dropped
long
a
time.
diss track.
Oh yeah, no, bro. Kanye is done. Like,
He's not a billionaire anymore either.
yeah, he's only worth like 400 million now. His net
Lost all
worth
his
dropped.
assets.
I mean, I wish I was only worth 400 million, but
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, but you mean you go? From
yeah. I mean,
here
when
to
you were
here.
Kanye and you were a billionaire, yeah.
yeah, but that is. I mean, but also it's like
Pete Davidson really ruined this man's life. That is insane.
I don't think Pete Davidson did it. I think Kanye did it.
Yeah, Kanye kind of gets in his own.
But ever
way
since
sometimes.
the whole Pete Davidson thing, it has been a.
I mean, Kanye's been
drastic
a downhill spiral for a while now.
Yeah.
I've been said that Kanye was everything he's turned out to be. I never liked Kanye.
Let's get it rolling into the world of sports.
But he made graduation.
Sir.
People ain't here for politics.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Phillies versus the Astros coming up starting Thursday tonight, I believe, the 27th.
Tomorrow night, I think Friday night, it's game one.
Come on, man. Y'all can't keep doing this.
Why don't
Aaron
you look it
Nola.
up? We started
I'm
complaining
doing it.
about
I'm doing it now, Nolan. It's like-
Who's Houston sending? Aaron Nola's going to the mound for Philly.
Verlander.
Verlander.
Yeah.
see, my thing is like
Philly could walk away and take game one.
Under
They could take game one.
Under normal circumstances, I would think that would be a possibility. But Verlander got hammered.
Verlander's been getting rocked around here. In
That's
the
what I'm
playoffs.
saying. I think it's the World Series. I think he's going to come out and be nails game one. I think Philly's chance to steal one is game two in Houston.
I think they.
I mean, anything the Phillies get in this series is a win because they shouldn't be here.
They
being
they
honest.
have to split. in
I mean,
Houston.
Philly's been playing with house money all playoffs.
That is also true. Now, I will say if they win game one, give me Phillies in 5.
No,
Yes.
not Philly in 5.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Beating Verlander ain't that
Bryce
crazy
Harper.
this year.
Bryce Harper has been the best hitter in October.
He's been the best player in baseball for when he's been healthy this year.
Exactly.
I mean, I hate that he missed time and had to be a DH because, I mean, as far as the power rankings in this series, Bryce Harper's the best player playing.
Yes.
And then it's Yordan Alvarez. Then it's like basically everybody from all your
And then
big
it's
names
the
from
Astros
Houston.
rotation, and then
But like you look at the Astros series against the Yankees, they didn't.
I mean, the
They
Yankees aren't
didn't.
real.
It's not like they
didn't
played
obliterate 'em.
so good that they would have beat a hot Yankees team. The Yankees struck out 60 times in 4 games.
I mean, yeah, the Yankees are just a terrible baseball team.
I mean, they probably were. But and then you look
Yeah.
at the Seattle series. It took Yordan hitting that bomb, and that's how they escaped a game.
Oh,
at
they
Seattle.
won every game by 1 against Seattle.
That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, if Aaron Nola comes out here and battles out Verlander, I'm not going to say in 5 because Verlander's going to get the ball again. But
five is insane.
I don't know after how Verlander's been. If Philly wins, it'll have to be in 6 or 7. If Houston, I could see Houston winning this in 5.
Yeah.
oh, of course. I mean,
I don't think a sweep is happening.
My
on the side.
heart wants the Phillies to.
Oh, yeah, I want
They're
Philly.
wagon.
I want
That's
Philly.
a wagon.
I want Philly to
Yeah,
sweep.
I want the Phillies. I
want
mean,
the Philly- I want
bad
Philly.
things tend to happen in the world after the Phillies win a World Series. Don't know if y'all seen that.
Yeah, you told us last pod.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's going to happen.
Move
It's
out
going
of
to happen.
Philly.
I think it's
move
going to
out
happen.
of Philly now if they win.
not Philly,
Not
my
Philly,
brother. The United States.
Yeah.
The housing market crashed in 08, and then we all know what happened in 1929.
I'm saying no. They're going to destroy the city if they win.
I mean, Philly's got to be a great place to be a sports fan right now.
My thing
yeah.
is
I
it
mean,
going
the
to...
Them and the
Sixers
Eagles.
suck, but
Are we going to... Yeah, the Sixers are terrible. Are we going to recover like it's 1939? 10-year recession, or are we going to recover like
We need
2008?
war.
I mean, it took a while, but it wasn't 10 years. hope it's.
I mean, I'm not trying to talk about the economy when we're talking about the World Series.
I think it's got to happen because it's looking like. I mean, maybe we just need the Astros to sweep and the economy to boom. We'll be all right. But the way it's looking right now,
The weight of the world's on the shoulders of Kyle from Waltham.
exactly. What it's looking like right now is it's going to be Phillies in 6 or 7. Personally, that's what I think. Phillies in 6 or 7.
That's what you think is going to happen, or is that what you want to happen? Because I want the Phillies to win.
what do you objectively think? Not what you.
So here's my thing, right?
Because I think Houston wins this in 5.
If Aaron Nola wins Game 1, Phillies in 6. If they split in Houston and win Game 2, Phillies in 7.
If they're down 2-0 going back to Philadelphia.
If they're down 2-0 going back to Philadelphia, Houston closes it out in Game 5. They'll steal the middle game of the 3-game home stretch.
There's going to be some insane... I feel like 80% of the runs are going to come off a home run.
And it is tomorrow, and I am going to watch it.
Yeah.
I always watch the World Series.
Yeah. You don't have to listen to Joe Buck this year either.
Thank God. Thank God.
I don't know who's on the call, but it's not Joe Buck.
Thank
That
God.
does not matter. It doesn't matter who is. It matters who isn't.
That man did say that Game 7 of the World Series is a must-win game for both teams. Christ. That's like an all-time Woah Pal.
That was in the Woah Pal Hall of Fame before Woah Pal
Yeah.
was even a thing.
Yeah.
That is crazy. World Series MVP predictions?
I mean, it would depend. It depends on who wins, but
It's probably either going to be...
Jordan.
I mean, it'd be easy to just say you... Okay, if I got to give you a dark horse for each team, would be...
I mean, I don't want a dark horse. I want a prediction.
I'm just telling you, because the easy picks are going to say, "Oh, it's going to be Bryce Harper or it's going to be Jordan Alvarez."
Well, I'm giving options. Just go ahead.
But give me Houston's dark horse as Alex Bregman,
Okay.
and give me
Bregg always hits good in the World Series.
I
bet he used to.
I want to say Codd just because that's my guy.
But people are kind of expecting him to go deep at least a couple times.
I mean, yeah, but he hits like I'm saying he'll swing it well.
Oh,
too.
he's not.
He's not just going to bat like 200 with 200 with 3 bombs.
So here's my thing.
I'll stick with Kyle for now.
So Phillies. It's either going to be Nola or Harper. I don't think there's any other way. Maybe Schwarber if he gets hot and hits 5 bombs in 6 games.
Jesus, he hits 5 bombs.
But he does. He has the potential to do that.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yard.
So from the Phillies, it's going to be Aaron Nola, where he shuts down games 1 and 5.
It's hard to win a World Series MVP as a pitcher, though.
I mean, if he throws,
You got to throw.
I mean,
You gotta
if he-
throw
blanks.
I mean, say he
16
throws
scoreless.
like we're talking about
16,
16
18
scoreless is insane. You don't need that. But say he gets 2 wins,
For a pitcher
15
to win World
innings.
Series MVP?
For
For a pitcher to win World Series MVP?
You don't need 16 scoreless innings.
These games would also have to all be low scoring.
Yeah.
Oh, that
for a
is
pitcher
also
to
true. But what I'm saying is
These are
if
two
Aaron
good
Nola
offenses.
gives up 2 runs or less in over 15 and some change innings with 23 to 28 strikeouts and only 4 or 5 walks. And Bryce Harper, him and Schwarber quote unquote cool off, hit maybe 290s to 315s, 1 bomb here, 2 bombs there, normal RBIs. I would give it to Aaron Nola if the Phillies end up winning, right? Now on the other side, I think it's going to be Verlander. I think it's going to be Kyle Tucker. I think it's going to be Alex Bregman. I don't think it's going to be Jordan. Jordan's going to...
Wow.
You think Altuve would do anything?
Altuve is going to be Altuve. He's going to hit 280s, 290s, maybe 310s. But I don't think...
I think a dark horse for Houston
I feel like you're picking against. You're saying Jordan won't win it just because everybody else is picking Jordan to win.
No, I'm saying I don't think Jordan will win it because what has he done this playoffs?
I think besides
You know what I'm
Bregman,
saying?
give me another option for a dark horse for World Series MVP is Jeremy Pena.
Jeremy Pena did get hot. He did get hot.
He bats ahead of Jordan, And if you don't want to see Jordan with a man on base, you kind of got to pitch to Pena.
Yeah. My thing with the Jordan Alvarez thing, Nolan, it's not that I'm not picking him because everybody else is. I'm not picking him because what has he done all playoffs? He's hit. He hasn't been playing
He's hit those
stellar,
bombs, but he hasn't been
exactly. He's hit the clutch bombs. So I mean, if he hits, say like a go ahead in Game 3.
I mean, all Steve Pierce did was hit go ahead bombs. Like,
No,
yeah.
Steve Pierce had hit like 350 that World Series.
Yeah,
he's
the legend that was.
Steve Pierce was insane that series. It's not that he just hit
the legend that was.
But I'm saying like if Jordan hits like 240,
that's what he's hitting in the playoffs.
Like imagine if you looked at that 2018 Red Sox.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm saying in the World Series,
he still got almost a 900 OPS.
You look at that 2018 Red Sox roster, and you're like,
ridiculous.
yeah, Steve Pierce is walking away with the World Series MVP here.
Oh yeah, of course. No. But what I'm saying is like if Jordan continues to hit 240, like he has been the entire playoffs, and he hits say a go ahead in Game 3 and they win by 1, and then say a walk off in Game 5 or 6 to win it. I'm not giving him the World Series MVP for that.
I mean,
see what I'm saying? Like a go ahead in a game winner in 5 games, he doesn't deserve it. Just to hit 240.
I mean, hitting the game winner in a World Series game is pretty significant.
I mean, but dude, if you win the series 4-1 or 4-2, that game winner, it doesn't hold as much weight as say Kyle Tucker hitting 330 for 5 games. So if he hit 240,
let's create a hypothetical here.
Okay.
So Philly wins both these first 2 games.
Yeah.
They beat Houston at home. Houston goes to Philly and they win 4 straight, and Jordan hits a walk-off in one of those games.
Okay.
That home run doesn't mean anything because it's 4-2.
So, but you also have to look at the context like this. If Jordan hits 240 over those 6 games, and that's his second or third
if he's still
that's what I'm saying. That's the scenario.
But I'm not going to hold his 240 that he's hitting against other teams against how he's hitting against Philly.
But bro, that's my point. I'm not talking about postseason MVP. I'm talking about World Series MVP. This whole time I've said if he continues to hit 240.
No, but you're using like the fact that he's batted 240 in the playoffs as some kind of basis for how good he's been. I'm saying like because it's the Phillies. It's a different team.
It's a prediction, Nolan.
I'm just saying.
But he's hitting 240 against Seattle and against New York. That's an average of his postseason. Right, and he could get hot and hit 300 against the Phillies, and I'm not saying that's
spreading the lose.
There it is. But what I'm saying is that, like in the scenario where Jordan hits 2 bombs and bats 240 in 5 or 6 games, and 2 of those just so happen to be a go ahead and a walk off, or 2 walk offs, or 2 go aheads.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think a guy batting 240 should win.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't think Jordan will win it, because I think he might climb up to 260. But the way he's been playing, I don't think that just changes at the drop of a hat, especially not against Philly's arms.
But it's baseball, though.
Of course, it's baseball, and I know that. But my prediction is that Jordan is going to continue to play about how he is, right?
So who's your singular? You think this team's going to win, and this guy's going to be the MVP for the series? You got to be definitive.
My thing with World Series MVP, it's never the guy you think it is, right?
Unless he's that guy. But because he could also be very obvious.
That's why I'm giving you options, right? So like I laid out who I thought was going to win and under what circumstances earlier, right? So now my thing with the World Series MVPs, I'm going to do the same thing. It's going to be Bryce Harper, Kyle Schwarber, Aaron Nola, and then for Houston, it's going to be Kyle Tucker.
Why can't you just?
Who did I say? I said Kyle Tucker, Alex Bregman, or Justin Verlander. That's what I think.
But why can't you just be like?
Because it's baseball. It's too hard to predict. That's why. I'm not just going to say.
Be held accountable in case you're wrong.
No, I don't care if I'm wrong or not. I'm giving you what I genuinely think. I mean, baseball is too unpredictable. I mean, there's some bullpen arm could come in and shove 10 innings across 5 games and
Eovaldi stuff.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and win World Series MVP. Like, it's too unpredictable. Personally, that's why I did that. But I don't care if I'm wrong.
Okay, so what do we got? I got Strohs.
My official prediction?
Official prediction. Mine is Strohs in 6, Jordan MVP.
Strohs in 5, Bregman MVP. Or Bregman or Pena. Whatever.
Phillies in 6.
Might should be like Jake Marisnick or some dumb shit. Watch Jake Marizzi just go crazy.
Hold on.
I'm ready for this still a taco.
Facts.
If they still even do that.
Oh yeah.
I'll finish. Hold on. Give me a second. I'll finish it in a second. I'm contemplating.
I mean, you talk about two catchers. Martin Maldonado and...
Can you read this?
Martin Maldonado and JT Realmuto. Two guys you just don't want to have to run on.
Yeah.
For this still a base to still a taco. So we need your official prediction so we can move to basketball.
Yes, I know. Hold on.
Today.
Phillies in 6.
Oh, there it is. Hold on. Ew, that's nasty. That is nasty.
What is nasty?
Harper is hitting like friggin'. He's hitting like. Harper is ridiculous in the postseason so far. The hell, there it is.
My brother.
Give me Phillies in 6, Bryce Harper MVP.
There we go. All right. So, what do we want to Sid lead us into this? Where do we want to start?
So, move on to NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a really long, drawn-out text about this in the group chat last night. Did you read it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so for the viewers at home, the main storyline around last night's NBA games was Russell Westbrook's. Well, not Russell. The Lakers had a game with Russell Westbrook's absence, and whenever you objectively look at the Lakers, a lot of people will blame Russ. A lot of people say the Lakers just suck, right? So here's the text that I sent in the group chat. Looking at the Lakers game objectively, they had 14 TOs, 8 of which were LeBron, but I'm not going to speak on that because it happens when you carry the rock that much. But I can't see that team playing much better than that. None could have shot better. AD could have shot a few shots better because he was like 49% field goal. He was like 11 of 20. He was like 11 of 24. That's not bad. If LeBron has a normal game, 2 to 5 turnovers, that's 10 team turnovers, which isn't bad in the modern NBA. Last night was that team almost at its ceiling. As a unit, they do seem like they had their best game of the season with Russ off the floor, but as a team, this team is 500 at best if they get hot.
Okay. So here's my thing with the Lakers. And when I bring it up in the group chat, you know how Mike will say, "Oh, he wanted LeBron or he wanted Russ, LeBron wanted Russ, all this da 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 da." And while that may be true, last year, yep, they got Russ. But as a GM, it's idiotic to not acknowledge the problem and fix it. If that's not your job as a GM, that'd be like the Red Sox this season. That'd be like, oh, we thought we could get rid of Kyle Schwarber and we could get rid of Hunter Renfroe and we'll just replace 70 home runs. Didn't happen. That would be like we go into this offseason.
What was that second name you said there, bud?
Oh, no, he's admitted he's wrong.
No, listen.
Oh, okay.
Listen to me.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay.
Listen to me now. That'd be like this offseason. Chaim Bloom just sits back and you say, you know what? I don't see a reason to do anything about it. We're just going to let it ride. But like, that's so stupid. Like, there's a problem. We can fix the problem. And not to mention that all these shooters that have been linked to the Lakers are just lighting it up right now.
So my thing is like, I'm not sold that the Miles Turner Buddy Hield deal was true.
No, it's true.
It's true.
I mean,
it's true.
Has it been confirmed by like a major source though? Like, I don't know if it has, but like, you cannot look at Russell Westbrook's efficiency right now. And you cannot look at this roster that has 6 guards I can name off the top of my head out of 15 roster spots. And I know only 2 of them are centers.
The only true 5s that we played last night was Damian Jones. And if you want to say AD's a 5.
AD's not.
And he don't. And AD doesn't like to be.
80's too soft to be a 5. As hard nosed as he used to be,
80.
he was never.
80
a
does
5.
gingerly. Okay, so 80 will still. 80 is quote unquote.
We'll call 80 a hybrid.
That's what he is, because he'll still block shots. He'll still block shots. He'll still get steals at a high level. But he don't want to be down there banging for rebounds. Like, that's not where he wants to be.
That's my point. And you look at your wings.
Or at least not on, like, centers like Jokic, not centers like Embiid. Like, that's not... He don't want to be bodying with his big body guys.
Yeah, and you look at your wings, right?
What wings? What wings?
That's my point. That's my point. The list starts at LeBron.
And then Juan Toscano-Anderson.
Juan Toscano Anderson is really a guard. He plays like a guard.
Nah, he's not a guard. He's a wing.
Bro, he's 6'5", but he plays more like a guard. Like, that's how he was utilized in Golden State. He was like the...
He was like the backup 2 or something.
Yeah,
like
kind of.
No,
but
he's
like,
a 3 at
but
least.
He carried.
Is Juan Toscano not 6'7"?
I don't think so, bro. I think he's like 6'5". I mean, if he's 6'7", I'm wrong.
He might be 6'4".
But my thing is, like, even if that is a wing, Juan Toscano Anderson.
Yeah, it's bad. Troy Brown Jr. is your next best option to call a wing, and he is 6'5".
And you got Max Christie.
6'6".
Max Christie, he's 6'6". Okay, we're both in between.
I mean,
he's a wing.
It's EVA heights.
But that's my point. And you have like 5 point
Max
guards.
Christie realistically just needs to go to the G League, because Max Christie can be nice. He can be.
I like Max Christie.
I do too.
But y'all have too many.
I wish Cole Swider didn't get hurt.
You could show a 10-year-old rec league basketball player from BFE Indiana, this Lakers roster with no names, just positions. You'd be like, you got way too many point guards.
Yeah.
Like, the problem is so simple. Like, why do you need Dennis Schroeder, Pat Bev, Russell Westbrook?
And the thing is, it don't look bad. None. I know you're not talking about.
Kendrick Nunn. I mean,
Lonnie Walker.
Lonnie Walker
is nice though. But what I'm saying is, you don't need him plus 5 more.
No, you don't. I'm fine. But the thing is, if we can take off, like, here's some hypothetical. And the thing is, the Lakers want to act that they say they ain't going to panic. They're going to wait till like around Thanksgiving before they do. If you wait until Thanksgiving, you might as well throw the season in with the turkey in the fryer.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
the oven, but sure.
I mean, some people fry turkeys.
Facts.
But anyways, here's some hypotheticals for you, right? The obvious one's the one that's been mentioned, is your Buddy Hield, Miles Turner, pack them up for Russ and the two firsts. That's one.
That should be an easy deal. In my opinion.
I feel like that's a layup. If that's like, it's 2027,
that's
2029.
That's the Pacers.
And the thing is, it ain't like the Lakers don't have picks until them teams, those are the most attractive because they're unprotected right now. Like, they're not tied to anything. Mm-hmm. So, and then you go, if you want to talk to Charlotte, this one will be cheaper. It'll still probably cost you a first, but it's not going to be two firsts.
I feel like the Gordon Hayward deal is more realistic anyway. But at
Gordon Hayward and Terry Rozier.
That works too. It's worse. But
works. I would love to try to get PJ or Kelly Oubre, but I feel like we'd have to be sending back.
I don't think
they probably want Max Christie. They'd probably like,
yeah.
If you're just trying to clear Russ. But here's my deal, and it's really the deal I'm starting to like better because it's probably the cheapest, is go call up San Antonio and get Doug McBuckets, Doug McDermott, Josh Richardson. Both over 40% shooters. Josh is kind of like what you got now. He's a true 2, but he can play the 3 and you'll be fine.
Yeah, at 6'5", he's a kind of a plus defender.
He's a good defender. Doug McBuckets is a true small power forward.
He needs to just fill a Kyle Korver role at this point.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, the Lakers are a good defensive team. They have the #1 defensive rating in the NBA.
So, but they have the 3rd worst offensive rating.
I'm surprised it's not worse.
Of all time is insanity.
It is.
So
it's almost as bad as the 2012 Bobcats.
Wow.
Oh my god.
It's 97.1 and the Bobcats were like 95.3.
Yeah, it's tough to watch. Like it's so like Lonnie Walker finishes extremely well at the rim. Like, I've been impressed with Lonnie Walker.
Yeah.
Now, I don't need Lonnie Walker taking 6 threes a game like he is right now. Stick to attacking the rim.
Facts.
I don't need. And the thing is, we talk about like, why is LeBron taking this many threes a game? If LeBron isn't taking these threes, who is on this team?
Is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, who is?
Russ
and I don't like,
or just me.
Like, I want LeBron to just put his head down and attack the rim, but in today's NBA, you can't. You can't not shoot threes because then all of a sudden teams
You
are
can't have
playing
somebody to.
teams are playing high school JV defenses against you, and it's working because
You can't shoot.
exactly. Like it's like, and the thing is, the LeBron blueprint is so simple.
The LeBron blueprint won't work anymore.
No, you can still give LeBron shooters.
If you put this,
You give. I mean, if you give him
put
40%
if
shooters,
you put
but
this current LeBron on any of the Cavs teams, you trade 2018 LeBron and you trade 2022 LeBron in time, and we get this LeBron back in the 2015 to 2018.
The thing is, I don't think LeBron's recessed as much as we're acting like he
bro,
has.
but he has.
If anything, his jump shot's gotten better
Bro,
since then.
yes, but what we're saying, dude, it is a completely different level of dominance.
it's not
Like-
it's not the same.
Like,
But
you
he's not-
you still see LeBron in that light, bro, but like 2018 LeBron, like that era
Well, I mean,
of
2018 LeBron is like the best
No.
player to ever touch a basketball court.
No. He's not even better than 2012, 2013 LeBron.
Well, that LeBron couldn't shoot.
It don't matter.
What?
That LeBron, 2012, 2013 LeBron is an upgraded 2015 to 2018 LeBron. It just is what it is. Like, his career has been separated by tiers. So, like, he had...
Oh, you had your first.
He had the
stint
first
in
tier,
Cleveland,
like,
Miami.
pre 250 LeBron, right? And then LeBron got 250 before he went to Miami. And then that was the best LeBron. And then he cut weight whenever he went to Cleveland, but was still a dog. And now
LA's still been fine.
He's been fine, yes, but he does not finish with the same force. He does not finish.
No,
with the
I
same
mean, no. Obviously, you don't finish
But,
like
but
when he was in his
that's my point. Like
20s to early 30s.
Like we're talking about a guy that was almost as dominant around the rim as Giannis in his prime. I would say 2018 LeBron was more dangerous around the rim than 2012, 2013 LeBron. 2012, 2013 LeBron had the midi. 2018 LeBron, like, his overall dominance was more than that because he had to. You put this current LeBron on those Cavs teams don't even make the finals. They might have the 2016 year, but they get swept by the Warriors all 4 years with this LeBron. Like,
Just trying to reel it back in, though, as far as saying the LeBron blueprint doesn't work. I think
anymore. I don't think it will work
I think
anymore.
if you line him, AD, and you give him 3 and D
Miles
guys.
Turner and Buddy Hield.
No. You don't even got to give him. Like, it don't have to be extreme, but okay. Let's still have Pat Bev. He can still play.
Okay.
Let's go get Josh Richardson if he's going to consistently shoot like 42% from 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd really love is like Bruce Brown last night was hooping.
Oh yeah, no.
For the
Good
Nuggets.
luck. You're not getting.
No. I'm not talking about getting Bruce. Like just a player like Bruce Brown, like a 3 and D dog can shoot it.
Yeah.
How much help does LeBron need?
But my thing is, even when you do that though, that's not a good enough team to make it to the chip.
It's not.
Now if this was 2018
I don't
LeBron,
know.
yes. If it was 2018 LeBron, yes. But you cannot tell me that this LeBron James currently is going out in game 1 against the best team on that ever stepped foot on planet Earth, potentially. 51-8-8. Not this LeBron. This is not the LeBron that is averaging 39-13-8 against the
Well, you're talking about the playoffs, though. Like LeBron
But
clicks a different switch in the playoffs.
Okay, I get that, bro, but he's not clicking that switch no more. Not that switch.
I hope we get a chance to see it.
But that's
If
what
we can
Probably
get it.
not.
even if you
Probably
do, bro,
not.
he's not clicking that switch anymore. That switch is gone, and that is just something you have to accept. It's unfortunate, but
Like for y'all just to make the play-in, to be a 10 seed, you would have to make some drastic changes. Because this
I mean, I don't disagree right now. I mean, we're on an 0 for 82 pace, so like,
we
I mean, the crazy thing is, I mean, the Pelicans are over there praying they can get Victor Wembanyama up here with.
yeah, exactly.
and they're hooping. They got
What if the
Pelicans.
What if the Lakers? Y'all don't have y'all's pick.
No, they got our pick.
Let's go. Never mind.
Jesus, that's
It's a pick.
insane.
It's a swap with New Orleans.
Yeah, I know. Tough. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't.
We're talking about AD, LeBron, and Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, exactly. I just don't think that LeBron blueprint works anymore. Not that blueprint. Like, there has to be a different way now. And I think LeBron in his
So what do you think it has to be? They get a third star? But that's the thing. Okay, hold on. Going back to the deal. We got away from the topic. If you deal for Doug McBuckets and Josh Richardson, and you get Russ out of there, I don't know if you got to tie a third team to it, but you can get a $21 million trade exception, right? And the Pelicans were able to use this exception last year whenever they went out and they traded C.J. McCollum, got the exception, and they used that to get a guy like Jeremy Grant. So, like, if you can add, it's basically like open up a window to add somebody.
I think whether y'all like it or not, y'all are probably gonna have to eat some of Russ's money. If y'all,
I mean, I don't doubt it.
But I'm saying if y'all really want
I'd
to
rather do that than let him play.
yeah. But my thing is like,
Dude, shooting 18% from the field.
even if y'all go out and make that deal, man, it doesn't make y'all a playoff team. I don't think. And back to your like, do I think you have to bring in a star? Yeah, you probably do. Just because of AD's inconsistency, right? So I would say you have to bring in a star, and you have to have at least.
But what
three.
star? What star could they even get?
But that's my bet.
I mean,
off the top of my head,
there's not going to be.
off the top of my head, DeMar DeRozan, but that doesn't help y'all's shooting problem. Another one off the top of my head.
Why
is
would the
Tobias
Bulls?
Harris.
Why would the Bulls trade?
I feel like if y'all got Tobias Harris, and we're somehow able,
Philly wouldn't deal with him though.
I mean,
Not for Russ. I mean, would they get Russ?
No, that wouldn't be the Russ deal. That would be something else. Whereas like Uber, like y'all got to give up hella like 2027, 2029, Max Christie, and probably something else. That'd be a young development deal, just something to make Philly younger, right? And then say you go and flip Russ for Miles Turner, Buddy Hield. I feel like that's the way. That'd
be insane. You'd be looking at LeBron, Buddy.
It'd be Pat Bev, Buddy Hield, LeBron, Tobias, LeBron, Miles Turner. Oh, wait, no.
You'd be running Tobias.
Okay, well that wouldn't make sense because there's no way that Tobias is coming off the bench. Yeah. There's no way I would trade for a $180 million player. So then it would have to be Josh Richardson, like the deal you're talking about. Josh Richardson, Doug McDermott. Doug McDermott would come off the bench. Mm-hmm. It'd be Pat Bev, Jay Rich, Braun, AD,
Miles Turner.
No, you wouldn't be getting Miles Turner.
Wait.
No, this is Spurs deal.
It'd have to be Tobias Harris, Braun, AD. AD would have to suck it up and play the 5. And then Dougie McBuckets would come off the bench. I feel like that's your best bet. Yeah. Outside of that, I don't see anything realistic enough. I don't see anything for y'all to get back to the finals. Not with this current team.
Why did you suggest DeMar DeRozan, though?
Because the Bulls are bad. And DeMar DeRozan's deal is probably expiring.
You see where Andre Drummond said that they think their bench could be a starting lineup anywhere in the NBA?
Goran Dragic, Kobe
for the
White.
1 seed? For the 1 seed?
Goran Dragic, Kobe White, Alex Caruso,
Derek Jones Jr.
and Patrick Williams.
No, Derek Jones.
Derek Jones Jr. and Drummond.
No.
And I saw Hater Muse posted it, and they were like, if this was a starting lineup, the Bobcats lineup.
Yeah. The Heat had a starting lineup with Goran Dragic and Derek Jones Jr., but the supporting players were way better than Alex Caruso and Andre Drummond. Could be Alex,
the bald eagle. But
y'all see Cole Anthony got hurt last night?
Yeah, sad, man. Shout out to the boys from UNC. Yeah, he's gonna miss some time.
He had the most hustle play last night too.
I love Cole Anthony, dude.
Somebody important was something for the Dolphins. Brandon Jones tore his ACL.
The Jazz, the most unexpected 3-0 start. I don't know if they won last night. They did, so they're 4-0.
I think it's empty, man.
Yeah, I mean, like
it's empty. They caught it. They caught a wave. They got hot. I don't see it.
I mean, yeah, nobody's expecting Lauri Markkanen to keep carrying the Utah Jazz.
But no, I don't think they're the worst team in basketball. I do not think they're the worst.
Is that going to be the Spurs? But the Spurs start off kind of good too.
I think it's the Spurs, bro. I mean, you look at that team and there is nothing.
I wouldn't have been able to tell you many players on the Spurs if I didn't know that we were trying to get Doug McDermott and Josh Richardson.
Team other 4-1.
Yeah, I didn't even know Doug McDermott and Josh Richardson played for the Spurs.
I didn't know that either. I didn't know. I thought Jay Ridge was
Dude, the Spurs are like, if I was a Spurs fan, I would just be like a walking black hole of depression.
Yeah. But at least they got Keldon Johnson.
And with this new lottery thing, man, it doesn't matter if you're the worst team in the league anymore. It matters if you're in the bottom 4.
Which
probably will. Could I see the Jazz being bottom 4? Maybe. Potentially, I would probably think so when you look at their roster.
Because you got like Rockets, Spurs.
But then again,
Magic.
that doesn't tell the whole story. I think. God, why are the Magic this
Wizards.
bad? I don't think the Wizards are a bottom 4 team. I don't think the Kings are a bottom 4 team. I feel like
Somebody has to be. That's the problem.
I'm sorry, Cade, but you take out your number 2 overall pick.
Oh, the Pistons.
You take out your number 2 overall pick, Chet Holmgren. You're
looking at
the same team you had last year.
Yeah.
The Pistons, Bogdanovich is leading the league in 3-pointers made and 3-point percentage.
And they're 1-4.
So
He's shooting
I
like
would
52%
say
from
that
three.
the bottom 4 teams are probably going to be... I mean, right now it's looking like the Lakers, Thunder, Magic...
Pacers, Rockets.
I'd say Pacers. I don't think the Pacers are very good.
LeBron and AD ain't going to finish in the bottom 4.
I mean,
Pacers-
Tyrese
dude, I
Halliburton
don't
is
know.
him.
The
but
Pacers are bad from the top down.
Like, look,
Not bad for the top down.
That's my prediction for the bottom 4. And then Jazz...
predicting the Lakers to finish bottom 4 is a little wild.
I mean, dude tell me
it's-
they're not playing like it.
You have the third worst offensive rating of all time. through
Yeah,
5
you do
games.
think... Yeah, but do we think the shooters are going to keep shooting like... We had our season high last night in 3-point percentage.
That's
It's
my
27%.
point.
It's not going to stay this bad.
That's my point, Timo.
Like, LeBron hasn't shot well. It's not going to stay this bad.
I mean, you show me a guy who's going to improve the team shooting.
No, I'm saying if you look at the percentages, then you look at their guys for their careers. I understand that the lights are brighter in LA, but
Jesus.
I mean that's a true statement.
I would say...
Kyle Kuzma tweeted that last night.
I don't think it's that the lights are brighter in LA. I think it's the lights are brighter when you're playing, when you get so much media exposure.
Well, yeah, you're getting exposure one because you're the LA Lakers.
Yeah, and then it's
Then you're playing with LeBron James.
Yeah,
Playing
it's
with LeBron
amplified.
James.
I think now in today's NBA, in the old NBA, like the Kobe Shaq NBA, the Magic NBA, it was the Los Angeles Lakers. But
Like
now,
Troy Brown Jr. hasn't received death threats before he walked
that's my
onto
point.
the LA
That's
Lakers
my point.
roster.
But it's not the fact that he's a Laker; it's the fact that he's a teammate of LeBron now. And,
Oh, I mean for sure.
yeah.
But I mean there would still be media pressure if you were just a Laker and LeBron was never in the scenario. But it's added pressure when you got LeBron fans
Like,
on the
hey,
back of your neck.
You got the best NBA player we've ever seen, and I said
Yeah.
best. I said best, not greatest. You know how I am about that.
Oh, okay. By the way, Timo, we got to start prepping.
I don't have to prep.
No, but I'm saying,
It's-
no, bro. I'm coming with numbers. I want you to know that.
said I don't have
and
to
they're gonna be irrefutable. So
I said I don't have to prep. You're a bum.
like you're really gonna have to be prepared. Like I'm serious.
What episode is this?
This is
20. This is 16.
This is 16. Okay.
Yeah.
So I got 2 months.
Like 7 episodes.
Is that what episode 23 is gonna be? It's gonna be insane.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's the whole reason it was planned.
Two months from now.
Already got the time. Already got.
popcorn.
Like-
2 months from now it'll be about Christmas time.
Yeah. We're gonna like. There's probably not
The
even gonna
people
be,
at home ain't gonna hear from me.
Like, there's not even
I'm just
gonna-
gonna be over here.
There's not even going to be any MLB. There's going to be a quick 20-minute rundown of NFL.
Yeah.
Get it done, get it over with, and then it's going to be GOAT for the remainder. And that's the title. That's what the title of the episode is going to be. Spoiler alert, y'all. GOAT.
We've been planning this for years.
We literally like this has been in the works since episode 2. So it's coming. Don't worry. And we'll do it again on episode 123.
What?
No, but I don't know, man. I don't
So we
know.
gotta do it at episode 45.
I do think. Oh, Jesus. I do, however, think,
I'm gonna need
Y'all
23 individual plot points that y'all gotta talk about.
y'all definitely finished bottom 10.
I can see
I
that.
don't know. We'll see. We'll see. That's all I can say is we'll see.
Well, you rave on this. You rave on the team more than anybody else.
Like when you look at this roster, like,
I mean, that's just because I'm optimistic that Russ is going to get traded for shooting depth, and I'd love to see what that looks like.
But
And
Timo,
if they
even-
You're
still look
saying they
terrible
are.
after
Rob
getting.
Pelinka hasn't done it yet.
Oh, Rob Pelinka! I don't understand how this man he constructed this roster, and they're like, "Yeah, we want 2 more years of that."
but dude,
Like, after-
even then, it's like whenever you look at this roster compared to last year's roster, this roster looks considerably worse. Like a step down from last year's roster. Last year's roster, y'all were fighting for the 12 seed. Like that. That's where I'm coming from. And even if y'all trade Russell Westbrook 18-8-8 on efficiency with terrible turnovers,
Like right
for Josh Richardson and Doug McDermott, and then you take a step back and look at the roster again, shooting or not. I don't see this team. I mean, how many games y'all win?
Who's the third best player on the Lakers right now? Lonnie Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Playing like it, yeah. But my thing is like y'all what?
There's no
y'all
way
won
that
what?
team
30.
is
Y'all were
not
12
winning.
games under last year, so y'all were 30 and 52,
Or around something like that. Might have been like 32 and 50, something like that.
Yeah,
I think it's 32 and 50.
yeah, 10 games under.
Well, 32 and 50 is 18 games.
I meant 12 games under 500, which is 30 and 52.
We're mathematicians, by the way. Trust us.
Are you like looking at me? What are you looking at? You gotta take the glasses off, man.
For those who can't see, Timo has the sexiest aviators ever,
The Miles Tellers.
and we don't know what he's doing. He's just.
But anyway, I don't see y'all getting higher than a 10 seed in the West.
We'll see.
But anyway,
Moving on.
Timo Rooster over there.
we talking about the football.
A week in review.
A weekend review. So it was a lot better this time around for the Sidster, if you could say.
No, you don't need to be laughing.
Yeah, Nolan, you should not be laughing.
Am I winning? All right then.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
Just remember, don't worry, we're gonna get to the end of this here in a second. All right.
Oh, 500 has been my worst week, right?
2 and 12 is insane.
2 and 12 is
2 and
insane.
12 is speaking right now.
2 and 12 is insane.
Lauren
right?
did better with you in the worst week.
But that's okay. Did she predict last week or the week before last? She did not. So we don't know what she.
The fact that she predicted
Hold
7
on,
and 7 correctly.
Hold on. We're talking about hypotheticals, Nolan. We're talking about hypotheticals.
I'm talking about what actually happened.
Did she predict the week
we
that
can
I
get
went 2 and 12? Hold on. Did she predict the week that I went 2 and 12?
We can get her on the phone, and I can run it. Hold on, we can get her on the phone
Literally
right
run
now,
it through.
and I can
She
run through
wouldn't
the
even
games.
know.
Like, babe, pick these games, and then we'll see.
What, back from week 6.
Yeah, from the week you went 2 and 12.
Let's get through this, and then we'll do it before Woah Pals are by ourselves. Right? Because I want to get my points in now. That way the people laugh now.
Okay.
Right? So, for reference, Lauren, Timo's girlfriend, did not pick the games the week that I went 2 and 12.
She picked week 7.
We'll just refer to Lauren as Mrs. Mo or something like that.
Mrs. Mo.
Okay.
Lauren. But anyways, go ahead.
So we're speaking purely on hypotheticals. We don't know what's going to happen, right? So now we look at the physical evidence of that. Nolan went 7 and 7. Mrs. Mo went 7 and 7. So living in the real world, not the hypothetical world, Nolan.
It's not about to be.
You did just as good as somebody that doesn't watch football.
5 games better than you.
Nolan, you're talking about pure hypotheticals right now.
What are you talking about?
We could get her on the phone. We could get her on the phone.
We could do this for the rest of the season, and she won't go 2 and 12.
We could get her on the phone for week 6 predictions. She'd go 0 for 14.
We're gonna see.
That can happen.
We could do this for the rest of the year.
We're doing it, Nolan. But right now,
I guarantee you she gets 3 right. I guarantee you she gets 3 right.
Under the now
randomly
present circumstances, under the present circumstances, you did just as good as she did. We don't know what she's going to pick.
I had my worst week.
Oh, and you tied with somebody that doesn't watch football.
LeBron 8 minutes ago. How long will you be taken for granted? Keep going, kid.
Who's he talking about?
He posted a video of him dunking last night.
He's talking about us. No, but
Bron, I need the beats.
Man, so some points. Matt Ryan,
bench,
shoulder separation. Sam Ellinger to start this week and going forward, according to Frank Reich. Yeah. Giants versus Jags. Some people say the Giants got shafted. I'm not entirely sure. I didn't really pay attention.
They won though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But this is something on the last drive that was controversial.
Yeah.
Saying the Jags got shafted, or
that was going to swirl.
The last. Did you see the last play?
Oh, he was stopped inches of the goal line, right? Like Christian Kirk. Okay, never mind. That's what I was thinking about. Then never mind. Tampa Bay got mollywopped by Carolina.
PJ
They did, baby.
PJ Walker is he.
Who saw that coming?
I did.
Week 7, Timo. TB.
TB.
Tampa Bay. That's weird.
I was hacked.
Green Bay sucks.
Green Bay.
The Green Bay Packers suck.
Who'd they lose to?
The Commanders.
Yeah.
You want me to tell you this 3-game stretch they've dropped? It's gonna blow your socks off.
I don't care. Alan Lazard's been playing good. That's all I give a shit about.
Where are they at?
Christian Watson's hurt. I'm upset.
Week 5. Well, never mind. They lost one to the Giants. Never mind. I'm not gonna give them that. I'm not gonna.
In
Giants.
London.
The Giants look legit. I'm not
They
gonna
did
hold
cook
that.
them at 9:30 in the morning.
I'm not gonna hold that
Eastern
against
Standard.
facts.
9:30 in the morning across the pond.
New York Jets in Lambeau.
The Jets
L.
are playing
Jets
one game worse than the Giants.
Dude, they beat
Yeah.
the Broncos by 1 last week.
Hey.
10-9.
Hey, wins
The
win.
Jets are not serious.
No, I mean, nobody said the Jets were serious, but
And then they lost to the Commies last week. Taylor Heineke circled the wagons.
y'all see the final play of that game where they're like just lateral the whole last drive?
And also,
And then like some tight end lets it go through his, like, it's like right here, he lets it go through
no.
to end the game. That shit was insane.
Also, like, the Browns-Ravens game, there was some controversy in that, too, because they were doing something, and nobody on the Browns moved at all. But, like, 3 Ravens jumped, and they got called false start on the Browns. I saw that today. It was pretty ugly. I don't know how much of an impact it had on the final score, but
Oh, I mean, it was a 3-point game, but
yeah, people were pretty upset. Dak is back. He did not look all that good. First game back, whatever. But
I was like, I'm not gonna harp on dude because he played
he
first game back from injury. I give him a pass.
He definitely needs to figure it out. R.I.P. to Brees Hall, man. R.I.P.
Yeah.
to Brees Hall. That sucks.
Josh Allen's getting trade buzz. The edge rusher.
Oh,
Okay.
we know. We know
The
what
black
Josh
guy.
Allen you were talking about. Send him to. We need him. We'll talk about that in a minute. Because there's some trade names circling.
Oh, we're gonna talk about
Vegas stomped the Texans.
Milkman Mills, man.
The Bears.
Yo, man, we can't keep doing this, bro.
The
So-
milk is going sour.
I'm skipping over this one game. We'll get back to it because that's going to lead me into my Woah Pal. Christian McCaffrey was traded to the San Francisco 49ers, and then the 49ers proceeded to get stomped by the Chiefs.
We got McCaffrey on the inside job right now.
Facts.
It's like, you suck.
And then the Bears stomped the Patriots on Monday Night Football. It was, I mean, you want to talk about a game that looked like the lock of all locks.
You let the Bears drop 30 on you on Monday Night Primetime with Joe Buck and the Hall of Famer Troy Aikman on the call.
On a Bill Belichick defense, no less.
Yeah, you deserve your rights revoked.
Insanity. And so now I want to circle back to Seattle at LA Chargers.
Why are we circling back to this?
Because this leads me.
We don't need to talk about
Because this leads me into my Woah Pal.
What's the Woah Pal?
So this Woah Pal, right, comes from an analyst near and dear to my heart. This one comes from Nolan Pugs. Right?
I didn't know we were eligible.
I didn't know. Yeah, I don't even know what I said.
So, I know what you said.
I was like, I'm getting
Because
canceled. I'm looking back through the mental text. Like what did I say?
Oh yeah.
What did I say?
All right, so last pod, I announced my
Upset.
exactly. And Nolan, and I quote, "The Seattle defense is fucking terrible. ... But if we lose to the Seattle fucking Seahawks, I will jump off a bridge."
Oh no, I said that. No, I said that. Which one, boys? Which one? Should I go big and jump and go to Wilmington?
The Golden Gate.
Huh?
Golden Gate.
Wilmington's big time, brother.
Deep bottom is right here.
Deep bottom bridge ain't deep enough. You jump
That's the
head
point.
first. You jump head first. It's 40 feet deep. You're not gonna hit the bottom.
Isn't deep enough. Then you just said it's 40 feet deep. What?
He's not talking about hopping off a bridge for fun, cuz.
I know.
This is one of them trips you don't come back from.
I know what you're talking about. I know you ain't like
I'm finna go dredge out.
Anywho, let's get off
Dredge out the
this.
port in Wilmington by myself.
Oof.
But
Go
With my skull.
go bobbing for
bobbing for bricks.
Find the Bay Harbor. I'm gonna go find the Bay Harbor Butcher, baby.
After a kind of a great week for the Tanners. Timmy finished 10-4. I finished 9-5. Nolan and Lauren finished 7-7.
Listen, bro.
So Timmy is now 7 games over at 57-50-1. I am 7 games under at 50-57-1.
That's real loud. 7 under. That's crazy. Repeat that for the crowd.
Week 7. And then Nolan Pugs is 61-46-1. Sid's picks is 11-7. Mo Knows is 8-10. So do we want to get these?
Hold on. Go back to week 6.
Timo's
All
tying.
right, so are you calling her now?
Yeah.
All right,
Timo's tying this week.
All right. So I'll call the game out to you.
Hey,
Hey, babe, what you doing?
I just told you.
Okay, yeah, you're curling your hair. So we're gonna call these games out to you, and we need your pick. Okay.
Does she know she's on the pod?
Yeah.
All right. So
Washington at Chicago.
we got Washington versus Chicago. The Bears versus the Commanders.
Do we legally have to tell her she's being recorded?
Bears.
Take the Bears.
Okay. Vikings and Dolphins.
Vikings, Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Patriots, Browns.
Patriots and Browns.
Patriots.
Niners, Falcons.
The 49ers or the Falcons?
49ers.
Buccaneers, Steelers.
Buccaneers, Steelers.
Buccaneers.
Bengals, Saints.
The Bengals and the Saints.
Saints.
Ravens, Giants.
Ravens and the Giants.
Ravens.
Jets, Packers.
Jets and the Packers.
Packers.
Jaguars, Colts.
Jaguars and the Colts.
Jaguars. Why are you laughing, Tanner?
I'm not saying anything.
Cardinals, Seahawks.
The Cardinals and the Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Panthers, Rams.
The Panthers versus the Rams. Rams?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bills, Chiefs.
Bills and Chiefs.
Chiefs.
God dang it, Lauren.
Cowboys, Eagles.
Cowboys versus the Eagles.
Did the Cowboys win last week?
This is what we're asking you, basically.
What?
Yes, the Cowboys won last week.
Okay, Cowboys.
Broncos, Chargers.
Broncos versus the Chargers.
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 Okay.
All right. Thank you, sweetie. We'll get your picks in for this coming up week too. This was just a little test. All right. Love you.
How many was that? She got 3, didn't she? She got 3. She got 3.
She got 4.
Suck a dick.
I ain't gonna lie. When I was listening to it, I was like, "Dang, she's kind of."
Bro, we got down to Jags. She said Jaguars. I was like, oh my God, she's going to do it. And then she rattled off 2 straight. And I was like, fuck. You do not understand the amount of shit I would have spoke to you, Nolan. You cannot even fathom. You cannot even fathom.
Whenever she said the Cowboys over the, I said the Eagles. Man, like I was like,
Oh, you were trying to swear?
she was like, "Did the Cowboys win last week?" I was like, "That's kind of what we're asking you here."
We got a new fan, man. Shout out Luke. I put him on at work today.
Nice.
All right, so moving into
Tell him
our.
to give us money.
He does got to.
Wait, no, he's hearing this right now. You owe us money.
All right, so do we want to get on to some deadline names?
Yeah, let's start circling.
So Bradley.
Hold on, let's talk just in review of what's going on. So I think the first big chip was obviously McCaffrey. We kind of mentioned it. McCaffrey goes to the 49ers for second, third, fourth, and of next year's fifth.
Yes.
The other offer on the table was second, third, fourth, fifth, and Cam Akers from the Rams.
Honestly, I think that's a little bit better.
It is, but I think what it came down to is they go to McCaffrey, and they're like, hey, you can go play for the Rams, you can play for the 49ers.
It's like,
He grew up playing, he played college ball at Stanford, San Francisco. His dad has some connections with the Shanahans. I'll go play with the 49ers.
That was a done deal.
Yeah.
And
then the next trade, you got Robert Quinn going to the
Eagles
for a fourth
and a sixth, right?
Sheldon Rankins going to the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Not a real person.
No, Sheldon Rankins.
What?
Don't talk about Sheldon Rankins.
I didn't hear about that deal. That's why I said that.
Kadarius Toney earlier this morning
today
got traded for a conditional third and a sixth to the Kansas City Chiefs.
A third for Kadarius is a little bit much, considering
It's a conditional third. I don't know what the conditions are because I couldn't find them whenever it first came out, but it's a conditional third. So I assume it's kind of like what the Eagles, what the Eagles
it's probably
got.
if he plays XXX.
So what the Eagles got for Carson Wentz was performance based. So like if Carson Wentz played above a certain level, they got a first. If he played below a certain level, they got a second. That's what I think it is. So is that all for like the major deals?
Yeah.
So far,
Yeah.
I think. Are we missing anybody?
Oh,
No, that's the only deals that have happened.
No, James Robinson to the Jets.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
Brees Hall goes down.
towards ACL. Yeah,
that's gonna be a nasty backup next year.
Yeah.
they'll dump somebody off. They'll
Dump Michael
somebody
Carter
off.
off.
Poor Michael Carter, man. He was fine his rookie year, and
That's what I'm saying.
got put behind the 8 ball now twice.
Yeah. So they hate him, but it is a business, as they say.
Trade him and Elijah Moore to.
So
Green Bay.
on the trade block that we know of,
He'd go be RB3 in Green Bay. What are you talking about?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So on the trade block, as we kind of know of, it's like Josh Allen was just reported on the trade block. You got Bradley Chubb,
Which is wild if they trade Josh Allen.
yeah,
If they,
facts. We're talking about the defensive end, not the Bills.
yeah. Quarterback is a good one.
Quarterback Josh Allen, his job's pretty secure. If the Broncos lose this week, they're thinking about shopping Bradley Chubb. The Browns have mentioned Kareem Hunt. The Panthers, I would assume, are probably shopping Shaq Thompson.
Probably.
Elijah Moore, Cam Akers. Cam Akers. Is
Elijah
getting traded.
now Robert
Cam Akers is getting traded.
Sally has well, we knew Cam Akers was getting traded. Sally has said they're not trading Elijah Moore, but with this Elijah Moore burner account situation, did y'all see that?
I haven't seen anything.
Dude,
I heard about it, but I didn't.
it's
see what
one
it was.
account that was created in October, and every single one of his tweets and replies was about Elijah Moore. And there was even one where he replied underneath Sauce Gardner's tweet about like you're supposed to pick your teammates up. You got to be better than that. Like stuff like that. Yeah, so like I think he's causing so much drama, and the internet called him out on it too. So, and it was instantly deleted.
Yeah.
So I think Elijah Moore will end up getting traded just because of that. But
I mean, you can send him to Green Bay, but apparently everybody thinks Green Bay needs a wide receiver except Green Bay.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
They're talking about AJ Green.
I saw that.
AJ Green.
AJ Green.
Yeah, AJ Green ain't moving the needle much at this age.
That's what I'm saying. And then you got, I just had one on the top of my head. Greedy Williams is also, which is
wild.
Cleveland is already shopping Greedy Williams.
Here's what I don't. So about the
Why,
Browns,
though?
Kareem Hunt requested this trade in the preseason.
Yes, and then
He got denied.
no, it's not that he got denied. He was like, no, never mind, I don't want to be traded. Like
I
he
thought
went- he went-
I thought they
like, we're
denied
not
his
trading you.
request.
no,
Not
they
trading
went.
you.
He went and talked to Stefanski, and he was like, I resent my trade request. You're thinking about somebody else.
No, I
That
really
did
thought it
that
was
did
Kareem
happen this
Hunt.
offseason, but it wasn't with Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt resented his own trade request.
Well, anyways, I don't
isn't
know.
that what happened with Baker? Like at first,
No,
when he was like, "I want out because you got Deshaun Watson," and they were like,
no,
"Nah,
Baker
get rid
wanted
of you."
out as soon as they got Deshaun
Yeah.
Watson, which you can't blame him for.
No,
I'm saying, but like, would the Browns tell him no? said, "No, you're our backup."
Baker wouldn't accept a backup.
Yeah, exactly.
Not at the point.
Oh, we wouldn't. Like,
Well, I mean, now he doesn't have much of a choice, but
Yeah, exactly.
the thing is,
he didn't have much of a
he
choice
deserved the
at the time.
opportunity to play for another starting job. But anyways,
And then
but Kareem, what I was saying is, if he could have just been dealt, if it was like I was saying, he could have just been dealt the preseason, and you wouldn't have to wait till midseason.
yeah.
but
As a Dolphins fan, I would say we need to go pick up an edge guy.
Like Josh
I would
Allen.
be fine with. I don't know if we have enough assets to go get Josh Allen and still keep the integrity of the team. Like,
What do you want? What do you think they're going to be asking? Second for Josh Allen? Like, what do you?
probably second and a fourth.
Because like he's been good, but he hasn't been like ultra performer,
Yeah, exactly.
top 10 pick like he was.
I feel like Bradley Chubb is probably more attainable. Easier,
Just because he's older and
more easily attainable. Yeah, exactly. But I'm fine if Miami goes and gets either one. And then I was saying we probably should bring in a DB just based off of how many of our DBs are hurt. So
I definitely with the Eagles going out and getting Robert Quinn. I definitely think they're the team that probably offered the 2 first for Brian Burns,
probably.
seeing that they're the team that went
they're
out
looking for it.
looking for an edge, wanted the top guy that thought would be on the market, and ended up just settling with Robert Quinn, which isn't a bad place to settle.
I think y'all should have took that personally.
The only
only reason-
Here's my theory with the Carolina Panthers right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy Chin, the best thing y'all could do would be to move him to a box linebacker, because then you have to pay him linebacker money, right? And he's still young and he's gonna be consistent, right? It's not that hard to go out and tackle, right? In NFL terms, it's not that hard to go out and tackle. It is hard to play the position that Brian Burns plays and to stay consistent at it for a long time, or even at a young age. Brian Burns is going to look at Max Crosby and say, I'm better than him, and I want more money than him.
I don't blame him.
Max Crosby's making $25 million.
So $28 million player.
28 to 32 is my guess, is what he would ask for. Because Miles Garrett hasn't got his mega
That's
deal
what
yet.
Joey Bosa's making.
TJ Watt hasn't got his mega deal yet. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I understand. But
And now my thing is, are you okay with paying Brian Burns $35 million at the end of this deal?
You just
At the end of this deal, because that's how NFL contracts work. Like, he's going to be in year...
That's not how they have to work,
But that's how they do. So he's going to be 29 years old making $35 million, and y'all will still not be good.
I don't know if we'll still not.
I'm gonna say
this team isn't crazy far from.
But I'm
if
saying,
you can add,
if you
head coach and quarterback, baby.
if you
been preaching it.
if you restrict that cap, though, like there are major holes in this team that need.
Where's the money going if it isn't to Brian Burns?
Probably new safety.
Well, I mean, but you don't need $25-30 million for that.
Well, I'm saying like
Brian Burns is going
to get
as soon as y'all trade Shaq Thompson, which I think is happening, y'all
adding $13 million to the cap.
he's making $13 million.
Hmm?
Might not want him in Miami then, because that's what Jerome Baker's making. I don't think Shaq Thompson's as good as Jerome Baker.
Shaq's good.
Yeah, I know, but anyway, I'd say I don't know. I feel like it would be smarter in the long run to trade Brian Burns now before he asks for $30 million.
Here's my thing. So when you look at the defense, the only thing wrong with this defense is you don't have another edge rusher. You don't have anybody to complement Brian Burns. It's Brian Burns.
He's getting doubled every single time.
It's Brian Burns, and your Turgos Matos would generate about as much pressure as I do.
No, it's J.C. Horn. It's J.C. Horn.
God bless. Yeah. Him and sub packages coming off the edge. And the sad part is, JC's probably gotten to the quarterback better than YGM has this season.
Yeah.
But
It's him.
anyways, so if you trade what I believe to be a top 10 edge rusher in this league,
I feel like that's a fact.
okay,
I don't
and
feel
make
like
sure
that's,
that we don't think that's outlandish.
I think that's a fact.
Like, he might not get all the sacks, but he's back there in pressures. He's
like-
back there in QB hits. He's back there.
Go back in. But
Like
I'd say he's 10.
but then if you trade him, you're making what you already had as probably your second, as far as on-field play, as far as your second biggest problem on the field. You've now made that
Worse.
substantially worse. Because now you're definitely drafting an edge.
But I mean,
You'd probably be drafting Will Anderson now, and now you definitely are sticking with Matt Corral for at least a year.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So
I think I should do that anyway, though. It's set up for 2023.
the only thing is, I like this quarterback class, but I know the next one's good too. But
Next one is really good.
I mean,
Quinn.
draft Will Anderson, get Quinn Ewers or Drake May or
so are you on the
Caleb
whole
Williams.
give Mac? So are you you want to give Matt Corral like?
no.
1
I don't.
year?
I don't know what I
do you
want. I literally don't know what I want because here's what we're gonna do. This season, we're either gonna, and this week will point a lot to it because we're only one game. If the Bucks lose tonight, we win Sunday. We're leading the NFC South
At 3.
and 4, 3 and 4.
Y'all are 2 and 5, Timo.
What?
It'd be 3 and 5.
Y'all will be 3 and 5.
3 and 5. Yeah,
Leading the division.
leading the division.
For Christ's sake.
I'm just saying.
Being like the 4 seed at like 6 and 10.
It's going to happen again.
I mean, it happened in 2017. No, it was
They're gonna
2013.
have the
something
same
like
record they did last year, but win the division. It's gonna be insane.
that. No, we ain't winning the division at 5 and 12.
Are you not?
And back to Sid's point about playoffs need to be revamped. So fucking ignorant. There's going to be a sub 500 team with a home playoff game.
Yeah. I mean, that happened last year in the NFC East.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's so ridiculous, man. Like, it needs to be revamped. Anyway.
But,
Miami needs to go out, trade for an edge. Other Josh
I was in the
Allen.
middle of my Panther talk here.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the problem.
This man, knowing that the majority of the listeners are Panther fans, is like, yeah, we're just going to cut that off
I
right
don't
there.
care.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
I know.
You win the division. Now, all of a sudden, now I get more optimistic. Thank God. I respect Wilkes for sticking with PJ Walker and not just handing it over to Sam Darnold or Baker. He's like, if PJ's hot, because PJ played a great game this past week against Tampa Bay. Like, he made some throws I haven't seen from a Panthers quarterback in years. And
DJ.
but like, I am extremely high. Like, I think we'll still finish with the top 10 pick. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
But I'm
boy.
extremely high.
There's no coming back from that, but
I'm extremely high on Will Levis.
Do y'all go 5 and 12 again?
you could.
If we do, I'm still blaming it on Matt Rule.
Facts.
I mean, because they could win this week.
I kind of want to win the job. I wouldn't care if Steve Wilkes gets the head coaching job. I mean, do I think he's like going to be top of the line? Honestly, I'd like to keep Steve Wilkes and the guy that's the DC now on the team, but let whoever we hire as head coach keep Wilkes as his DC. Keep him around.
You just push everyone like a spot down.
Well, Wilkes was a linebacker or secondary coach before this.
I thought okay.
But yeah, man. As a Dolphins fan, get one of these edges on the market.
What even edges are you thinking? So Josh Allen, Bradley Chubb?
Yeah.
Nolan, what are you thinking?
We need one of those
What, for
two guys.
Miami?
Y'all gonna know for you?
Oh, for me,
You got a wish list?
I don't care.
You don't care.
I mean, we have the roster. We have the roster to be a very good team. We're just extremely unhealthy, and we're throwing 51 times a game, and 32 are within 10 yards. I can't make this shit up. So, either Brandon Staley's got to change.
Well, y'all might need to go get a corner with Jace. With
Go get a
JC
corner.
gonna miss it.
I wouldn't mind Elijah Moore, but I don't want to give up what we'd have to.
I would like a DB.
What is there even a DB on the market?
Greedy Williams.
Oh yeah.
And then maybe sign.
I would love to have
something.
Greedy Williams. I would love to just have another corner because
and
I
maybe-
don't trust Asante Samuel and J.C. Jackson isn't playing, and then everybody else is dog shit. So
Facts. Woah Pals / buy or sell.
I got a Woah Pal.
Already gave my Woah Pal.
Give your Woah Pal, Nolan. I for one this week didn't.
Woah Pal or buy or sell or both.
I made a whole note.
I don't have bullet. I don't have
future
buy or sell.
reference. Future reference. I made a whole note.
There you go.
So I was watching Cavs Magic last night, and I turned it on. It's at halftime. They're running through like weekly game highlights from like the last few days, and one of them is Luka, where he made that ass pass where he just like yanked
Mm-hmm.
It looked like magic in that one clip.
Mm-hmm.
The announcer goes, he's like, Luka played a great game, but his best highlight might have came from his backside. And I was like, bro,
What?
yeah.
But
It was whoever the NBA game highlight announcer is.
If I could give you a quick buy or sell, give me the buy on the NBA TNT crew. I hope we never have to lose
Yeah, no, that's.
the TNT crew.
Oh,
Well,
I
I
know.
know
I just came up with a sell. I just came up with a sell. Go ahead.
Text it. I know,
But-
Tech, what do you mean?
Charles Barkley said he's not going to be there for very much longer.
Well, he just signed a fat extension if he's not planning on being
I
there.
think he said until he was like 53 or 63 or something. Like that.
I mean, obviously, there's going to come a time where they got to
Well, no,
go
what I'm
off
saying
into
is
the
he
sunset.
was like,
Tired of showing up to the stoop.
Charles Barkley specifically said his time.
I love that. I love how real Charles Barkley is with everything he says. Like he's,
Yeah.
you're talking about a guy that's uncensored.
Blunt.
Facts.
That man said that he would, said he'd join the Live Tour if they offered him enough money. The Live Tour, that way he could just golf, what he's terrible at.
He is god awful at golf.
But yeah, man, TNT crew. And the thing is, if you had to kill one of them off, it'd be Kenny. You can replace Kenny, but
Point.
you can't replace Shaq and Chuck's dynamic, and you need
Ernie.
Ernie to.
Ernie is the cog that runs that machine.
Ernie is the glue. Ernie's the glue.
Ernie's that dude.
Shout out Ernie, man.
Ernie has the pass.
Ernie Johnson is great.
Ernie's at any barbecue.
Ernie has the pass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But hit us with that sell, Nolan.
So we're selling Stephen A. Smith's annoying ass.
Stephen A. has been getting out of hand.
We already. I mean,
No. So I turn
would
on
put-
Nets Bucks, right? Marquee game, supposed to be the best game of the day, right? The only viewing available is Stephen A. and he has got this little talk show with Mark Jackson, and it is just, and he doesn't shut the fuck up.
no, he doesn't. It's Stephen A.
He just
Smith.
keeps talking.
I'm starting to put Stephen A. Smith in
Skip
the
Bayless
boat
territory.
with Skip Bayless.
You tell you who we need to sell, Mad Dog Russo. Now, I love Mad Dog, and with his baseball, I don't love Mad Dog, but his baseball stuff, he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, like-
right. But
why
this
is,
man,
why is
Mad
he on
Dog-
other sports? Why is
Why is he on?
other
Yeah,
sports?
why are you on First Take? First of all, this
You're
man
First
Mad
Take on
Dog
TV.
comes on First Take, and by the way, you want to talk about an ultimate screaming match? Mad Dog Russo versus Stephen A. Smith,
Oh my god! Dude.
and they just got JJ Redick sitting in there just to mediate, I guess. But they hopped up there, and Mad Dog Russo is trying to tell JJ Redick how Bob Cousy's a better point guard all time than Chris Paul.
Yeah.
And
JJ Redick is like, are you fucking dumb? Like,
JJ Redick.
JJ Redick let him have it for that.
JJ
one.
Redick. Hold on. JJ Redick goes in and he's like, show me one time in Bob Cousy's career he shot over 40% from the field. And Mad Dog's sitting here going in. And he's like, well, maybe once or twice. JJ's like, no, he never did it. He never went over 40% from the field. And then then Mad Dog goes in. He's like, well, he did have 27 assists in that one game. And like JJ was like, yeah, he's playing against firefighters and plumbers. Like,
That was that really real error. Do you want to know why? Basically, like, if you really want to break it down to the simplest form, do you want to know why Bob Cousy was an all-star?
dribble with his left hand.
He could dribble with his left hand.
I mean, you know the first all-time heem. I mean, just had to send
Bro,
dudes into a...
they-
Sorcery.
The first dude that did a curl cross
It was
was
Bob-
the first guy to bring the ball over.
what, like, I'm surprised. Like, Pete Maravich, you know, the Illuminati killed him.
yeah.
That's how he died.
Like, you
because
are a
they're
witch, and we will not have
Yeah,
this in
no,
our
no,
great
no.
sport. Like,
yeah.
That's really what started the Salem witch trials back in... Somebody said, ah!
Yeah, exactly. Bob Cousy hit a curl heem, and everybody, they stoned him to death. Like,
Bob Cousy was the Kyrie of his day.
I mean, you just know that the dude had to go flying into the bleachers of like pressing right.
One of the Jiminy Crickets, like, shit.
yeah.
It's like bow.
Is that even legal? Yeah, like, yeah.
I mean,
Vertical bounces, kid. But yeah, no.
I mean, imagine you just drop Kyrie or AI off, and that in that era and just
Mad Dog is
dude.
annoying as hell.
yeah, Mad Dog. Yeah,
When it's not baseball. When baseball,
He
I can
kinda
listen to Mad Dog
understands
talk
what he's talking about in
because he knows
baseball.
baseball.
Hey, now that I think about it, we might
I don't like that tone.
be running out of hours for this period.
Oh,
Hold on, I'm looking it up real quick while we go through this. So
we still got to get into this week's football.
that's what I'm saying.
Kind of get it rolling, Sid, while you're checking for this.
Yeah, of course.
Well, I'm saying get it rolling. Wasting press time.
or you look over and hand it here.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I'll look at Bus Bro. You do it. I'll look at Bus
I mean,
Bro,
I'm
you do it.
doing both. So Tampa Bay and Baltimore kick off tonight.
Either Tom bounces back or somebody's getting like something's happening in Tampa if they don't.
Yeah, that's. I mean, and I think Tom Brady's on his way out.
The
Anyway.
fact that the Panthers can take the division
All right, we're
lead
good.
this Sunday, if
What do you mean we're good?
118.
We got 3 minutes. All right, all right.
NPS in the flash.
Yeah. Tampa Bay, Tom Brady, something's wrong. Then we got Jacksonville brings Denver at home. Give me Jacksonville. We all pick Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Miami's going to Detroit. We all pick Miami.
Of course.
Arizona's coming into Minnesota. We all pick Minnesota. Chicago's going to Dallas. We all pick Dallas.
Of course.
Nolan picked New Orleans because he's an idiot.
Wait, who are they playing?
I picked Atlanta over Carolina. Shut up, Nolan. New England over the Jets for me. Timo, Nolan picked New York Jets. We all picked Philly versus Pittsburgh. We all picked Tennessee versus Houston. We all picked the Giants against the Seahawks. I picked the Rams. Them two picked the Niners. Me and
we can,
Timo
we can probably dive into a game if there's a big game we're talking about. We
got to do this. Mono says picks and the outro.
Okay, we'll keep rolling.
Yeah, facts. Me and Timo picked the Commanders over the Colts. We all got Buffalo over Green Bay. Green Bay sucks. We just came up with that as we're going along. We all got Cincinnati over Cleveland. Timo's locks are Miami at Detroit. Miami at Detroit.
Miami over Detroit.
Tennessee at Houston.
Tennessee.
And Sid's locks are Green Bay or Buffalo. Green Bay's coming into town. Buffalo with the lock, and then Philadelphia host
They keep it rolling.
Steelers. That's a lock. And then Mono's upset of the week is the Carolina Panthers, 9.5 dogs
We take the division
at
lead.
the Atlanta Falcons. And Sid's upset is Baltimore for some reason. We're 2-point underdogs at Tampa Bay.
Is it at Tampa or in Baltimore?
It's
tonight?
at Tampa.
Sick.
Yep.
And that was we coming at you in the flash.
Yeah. But
Lightning.
if y'all want to join us again next week, that'd be great.
Peace.